Good morning, Miss McClure.
Good morning.
All right. Mr. Malaro, were you here last week with the defendant who we found out wasn't living in Lenawee County, but was supposed to be a part of Veterans Court? Was that your client?
Bill, middle floor.
This is Judge Anzalone again. On the jail list, Jason Smith and Mason Lindeman waived arraignment, so I won't need them today.
Take off Smith and
Linderman. But that leaves Erin Carr is the only one I have over there, and I'm ready for her.
Okay, we'll get her always.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Oh.
Okay.
Hey, this is Judge Anzalone. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I am good. We have a pickup, Todd Prock. So, yep, I'm ready for him whenever you are.
Okay, we'll put him in there.
All right, thanks. Bye.
You're welcome, babe.
So those are the only two I'll have over at the jail. All right, ma'am, can I ask what case you're here for? Just watching in the back row?
Linderman here.
You're Aaron Lindeman?
Yeah.
So in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Aaron Scott Lindeman, Mr. Lindeman, your attorney is Rhonda Underwood, and she had you sign a waiver last week.
Yes, ma'am.
So you didn't have to come today.
Oh.
But thanks for coming. It shows, you know, you're gonna show up in future dates, so. Yeah, so you are all set and you'll get a notice in the mail, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Did my people get brought up? Is Barrett and?
They're working on it.
Okay.
All right. And Jeff, I think you need to sign all those in your pickup. Do you sign those? All right, so far, Rhonda, I'm not showing MDOC.
Which one's MDOC?
Jeffrey Ott.
Thanks.
Let's see if there's one. I don't even have a file on Mr. Ott, so I don't know. Sierra, I do not have a file on Mr. Ott for today. Jeffrey Ott, for some reason, Mr. Ott is here. Why don't I have a file?
Are you talking to me, Judge?
I said Sierra.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so I've got Mr. Ott. Are you Jeffrey Ott? All right, I do have an MDOC. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, do you have Jeffrey Ott?
No, ma'am, we have Mr. Cecil.
Oh, okay. Andrew Cecil?
Yes.
All right. Miss McGrain, are you in your office?
Yes, Judge, I'm coming in. Judge, it's my understanding the attorneys took Mr. Cecil's final pretrial off the docket today.
Okay, it was taken off the docket?
Yes.
All right. So, I don't have a file number. Hold on.
The pretrial.
Georgia. Okay, and I do not have a file on Jeffrey.
Okay, I will call Martinez and Lorena, so I don't know where.
I might have thought, I don't know, I processed waivers yesterday, so I might have sent it back by mistake.
I will look, but that's what Mr. Cecil.
Okay, all right, so Mr. Cecil, the final pretrial was left on today, not for pretrial purposes, but for your attorney to have a moment to speak with you. So we are just waiting on Mr. Lyons, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm gonna let your attorney know. All right, I just sent a message to your attorney. All right, Ms. Carr. All right, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Erin Michelle Carr, file number 24-21865AX. So, Ms. Carr, we are here today on a hearing for extradition. Paperwork. This is a proceeding to determine whether you wish to waive the right of extradition. Extradition is a proceeding to return you to another state in which a warrant has been issued for your arrest for the commission of a felony. It is in effect a demand by another state for your surrender and to return to that state to face the crime with which you are charged. You are charged in the state of Indiana with 2 crimes. Causing death when operating a motor vehicle with a Schedule 1 or 2 controlled substance, and criminal recklessness committed with a deadly weapon, which are felonies in the state of Indiana. We cannot in this court or in this state determine the truth or the falsity of the charge made against you in the state of Indiana. You do not have to waive your right to extradition. You can require that the governor of the state of Indiana make demand upon the governor of Michigan for a warrant for extradition. You have the right to demand and procure legal counsel. If you cannot afford an attorney, we will appoint you one at public expense. So hold on one second. Let me get Mr. Lyons in here to do a breakout room. All right. Good morning, Mr. Lyons. How are you today?
Yashimasu, Your Honor, and welcome back.
Yes, thank you. And I'll have to tell you about it some other time. All right, so I'm going to open up a breakout room and Mr. Cecil and Mr. Lyons. There you go. Okay. All right. If you or your attorney, Ms. Carr, wish to test the legality of your arrest, you may apply within a reasonable time for a writ of habeas corpus. That is a writ by which your custodian is required to bring you before the court for the purpose of having a hearing to determine the legality of your arrest. Do you understand the rights that I've just given you, Ms. Carr?
Yeah.
Say that again for me, please.
I do.
Okay. Do you want an attorney appointed to represent you?
No, I don't need one.
All right. Do you want to waive your right to extradition, to writ of habeas corpus, and to an attorney, and go voluntarily to the state of Indiana to face the charges made against you in that state?
Yes, I will.
All right. And do you have any waivers of extradition in front of you? Did they give you paperwork?
Yes, I do.
Okay, there's probably 3 or 4 copies. So about midway down, Under waiver, to have a date and a signature. I need you to date and sign each one of those. Today is July 10th. I'm smiling at you, Brenda. It's okay. I was just smiling. You're not in trouble. Have you signed them all, Ms. Carr?
Yeah.
All right, you want to raise your right hand for me? Do you swear that the signing of these papers is your free act and deed for the purpose of waiving extradition?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Carr, they'll get those documents back to me. I'll sign them as well. They'll process them so that Indiana can come pick you up, okay? I wish you the best of luck in Indiana.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Carr. Okay, I have somebody from the jail. Could I ask your name, please?
Brock,
All right, so. Well, let's see if he wants an attorney yet. I don't know. So we have 3 files, Mr. Prock. One of these belongs to Judge Olsaver. So we have file number 23-50931 DM, and that's Erica Nicole Prock versus Todd Michael Prock. Sir, in that file, let's see here. In that file states you're ordered to pay $751 a month in child support, and you have an arrearage of $8,712.39. The last payment we received was $38.81 back on April 16th of 2024. Let's see, this case has been charging $751 per month since August of 2023, and you only made a minimal payment in March and April of 24. All right, so then we have file number 2018-45820DS. Sir, that file is in the matter of Peyton Marie Mapes versus Todd Michael Prock. In that file, sir, it says that you're ordered to pay $202 a month in child support, and that you have an arrearage of $7,146. The last payment we received was $11.19 on April 16th of 2024. Before that, we hadn't received a payment since April of 2023. So then we have file number 2001-23650 DP. That is a Judge Olsaver file in the matter of Sabrina Beverly Sanderson versus Todd Michael Prock. That file is arrearages only, and you have an arrearage of $26,077.66. Support in this case is being paid to the state of Florida, because that must be where she is. All right, you paid $100 in January, $50 in April, and very minimal other than that. So, Mr. Prock, this isn't your first show cause, so the maximum penalty if you plead guilty or found guilty could be up to 90 days in jail. Now, Mr. Prock, in the state of Michigan, it is a crime to fail to pay child support, and also there is a failure to appear for May 13th of 2024 for a show cause in each of these files, and that carries a maximum penalty of up to 90 days in jail as well. So do you understand that it's a crime to fail to pay child support to the very best of your ability up to the amount ordered, sir?
I do.
All right. Do you understand that it's a crime to fail to appear here in court when you're ordered to appear?
I do.
Do you understand if you plead guilty to any of these offenses, I could sentence you up to 90 days in jail? Do you understand that?
Absolutely do, ma'am.
All right, now you do have a right to have an attorney represent you on this and all subsequent hearings. If you can't afford to hire one, we can appoint you one at public expense. Are you going to retain an attorney, or do you want a court-appointed attorney, or do you wish to waive your right to an attorney?
I want to plead guilty, ma'am. I started a job yesterday.
So
I have a
my
good
question
job.
was, hold on, Mr. Prock. My question was, do you want an attorney?
I don't need one.
Okay, so Mr. Prock, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Mr. Prock, as I stated earlier, do you understand that you are entitled to have a hearing in all of these matters? Do you understand that?
I do. I don't need a hearing, ma'am.
And
I
at those
understand.
hearings, I gotta go through your rights, Mr. Prock, so don't interrupt me. Hold on. So you're entitled to have all the witnesses against you appear at your trial, and you or your attorney, if you had one, would have the right to question those witnesses while they're under oath at your trial. Do you understand all that?
I do.
You're also entitled to have me order any witnesses you might have to appear at your trial on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You do not have to say anything at your trial, and if you do not testify or say anything, nothing will be held against you, and in fact, no one will even mention your silence. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
On the other hand, do you understand that you are entitled to testify at your trial if you want to testify? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to the charge on each of these files that you have failed to pay child support to the very best of your ability up to the amount ordered? Guilty or not guilty?
I plead guilty, ma'am.
And how do you plead to the charge that you failed to appear for a show cause on each of these files back on May 13th of 2024? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
All right. So Mr. Prock, on each of these files, you were ordered to pay child support. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And on file number 2001-23650 DP, the last payment we received was $50 on April 10th of 2024. Is that correct?
I guess that was the date. I don't know exactly what date. I'm sure.
All right. And then on file number 18-45820DS, the last payment we received was $11.19 on April 16th of 2024. Is that correct?
Why is it only? I've never made an $11 payment, Your Honor. I've always paid at least $50 or $100. I've never made.
Yeah, but they
$11
split it
payment.
up between your three cases. So,
I don't know how it
11
works.
goes here, $38
Yeah, no,
goes there, and 50.
I don't
Hey,
know how they do it.
so if you only make $100 payment, they split it between three cases.
Okay.
Got it?
I don't have a job. That's the only money I have. That's all I can do.
So then on file number 23-50931, the last payment we received was $38.81 on April 16th. So Mr. Prock, have you been employed in the last 2 years?
Have I been employed the last 2 years? I've been employed until February 14th when I lost my job.
Hold on, you gotta scoot up and you gotta speak more clearly. Have you been employed in the last 2 years?
Yeah, up until February 14th, yes, ma'am.
Okay, but why weren't you making monthly payments if you were employed?
So I have no money. Up until February, March, April, I've been making payments. I haven't had a job. I just
Why
started
not?
a job yesterday, Your Honor. I just started a job with a concrete company yesterday.
Where
I
at?
just started a job with Bob Emerson Concrete Company. He just gave me a job. I've been waiting to get a job. It just started yesterday. They kicked my
Okay,
door
so
in
why
last
haven't
night.
you worked for the last 2 years?
I have worked for the last 2 years. I just told you I worked until April or February. I have had a
Right,
job.
but why weren't you making payments?
I've always made payments. I've never not made payments, Your Honor. I'm not screaming at you. I have a sore throat. I'm not.
So were you
shouting at
making payments up to the amount you were supposed to make?
I'm making the best payments I have. I've never been in trouble for child support until now. Okay.
You've been in trouble for child support before.
Never. Up until this stuff.
You've
no,
had
I've never
3
been in trouble
prior
for child support.
attempts on each of these files, Mr. Prock, except the new
Thank
one.
you, Your Honor.
All right. And where are you employed now?
But Bob Emerson Concrete. I just started yesterday. You can call me. I just started my job yesterday.
Oh, it's not my job to call them. All right, so, Mr. Prock, in the last 2 years, have you made your child support payments up to the amount ordered?
Yes, maybe not up to the amount.
So you
I
were
pay
paying,
payments.
wait, you were paying $750 a month on one of your files?
No, I don't make that much money. No, I don't make that much money. There's no way I can pay it.
All right, did you go in and have your child support evaluated?
No, I don't know how to do that.
All right. Accept the pleas they've been given understandably, voluntarily, accurately, and knowingly given. You have full knowledge of your rights. Is there anything you'd like to say before the court passes sentence?
No, ma'am.
It is the sentence of the court that on file number 2001-23650 DP, you will serve 60 days in Lenawee County Jail. Now, we're more interested in receiving child support. If you'll pay $1,000 cash on that file, you may be released. On
Is that
file
for
number
everything?
18-45820DS, sentence of the court, you'll serve 60 days in Lenawee County Jail. I'll set bond in the amount of $750 cash. If you pay that, you can be released. On file number 23-50931 DM, sentence of the court, you'll serve 60 days in Lenawee County Jail. You may be released upon the payment of $1,000 cash. All right. Thank you, Mr. Proctor. You're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, have a seat though. You guys, you see my Morgan now.
Oh, yeah, I got one more case, huh?
Okay. Are you here for a case?
Yes, ma'am.
What case?
It's not till 9 o'clock, Cheryl Miller.
Okay. Miss Underwood? I'm gonna call Jones. He's not here.
Okay, my other client is here in person.
You ready for him?
Yes.
You have him brought in? That's Steve. Sorry, that's Steve. That's Steve. All right, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jonathan Jones, file number 2024-21842FH, I have Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Mr. Jones, and I have Phoebe McClure appearing on behalf of the people. This is the date and time set for arraignment. Miss McClure, do you see if we have a writ? I don't show it in my file, but that doesn't mean anything. We were here before and there was no writ, so we adjourned it to today for the prosecutor's office to do the writ.
I don't see a writ, excuse me, and I don't even see a note requesting one, so I can, yeah. So I can work on that.
Okay, so Miss Underwood, I'm gonna set this out to Miss McGrain. I think my next available one where I can fit anything would be the 7th or the 14th. Can you check that, Miss McGrain? I don't have my pink sheet today, Miss McGrain.
The 14th would be much better.
All right, so I'm going to set this over to August 14 for rearrangement, and Ms. McClure, can the people do the step in order to adjourn along with the writ? Maybe that.
Yes, and I'm going to go talk to the individual who's supposed to do it right now.
Okay, all right, so we'll set it over. They'll do the notice of hearing, Ms. Underwood, and the writ, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so that takes care of Mr. Jones.
And Judge, that's August 14th, correct?
Yep, at 8:15.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stop live stream because we have your individual